Something that will save you a lot of time as a woman is realizing that there's a lot less straight men out there than you probably realize.
There are men in this world who claim to be straight that actually do down low things.
It's really sad that there are still people in the world who shame men for being more feminine and their claim to like women.
It's so sad how if a straight man does anything even slightly feminine, people are so quick to be like, oh my god, he's gay. Like, people act like being feminine is so bad.
You ever notice the moment you start talking about sexuality, people get really uncomfortable? You're either straight, you're either gay, you're either bisexual. I start wondering something. Do straight men even exist the way that we think they do? This isn't me attacking men. This isn't me saying everyone is secretly gay. I'm just asking a question that I think society is a little scared to talk about. Because when you actually break down attraction, things start getting complicated. Go back to another video. My name is Alizea and I'm a favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big purr, whatever. I'm back. How are you wonderful, amazing people doing today, girl? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for asking, period. Alrighty, y'all. Today's video is going to be a little bit controversial. I did this video a long time ago, but I was like, oh, now I want to do it like a real deep dive and actually want to start a real conversation. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into today's wonderful, amazing video, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe and hype the video up so you can get this pretty face pushing the algorithm, period. And without further ado, let's dive into today's wonderful, amazing video. Chapter 1, Attraction versus Labels. I think one of the biggest problems we have in society is that we try to force attraction into a really strict boxes. Straight, gay, bisexual. But attraction doesn't always work that cleanly. Because when you ask a lot of men what they actually like, they don't always describe gender. They describe femininity. They always say soft features, long hair, curves. And femininity isn't something that only exists in cis women. So that raises an interesting question. Are some men attracted to women specifically, or are they attracted to femininity itself?
The boys want to be feminine. All of the boys, not just the gay ones. And you want to know why? Because they are feminine. Follow me. It's a Western idea that man equals masculine and woman equals feminine because we have a blend of both. All of us have a blend of both. They are not mutually exclusive. They coexist within all of us. And men are literally born of femininity. Women are all around us. You want men to be attracted to and search for and yearn for women. Women are half of the population. So it's kind of mystifying that a lot of you expect men to exhibit no feminine traits whatsoever. And when they do, right, because this whole system is, we all have to participate in it. So the men themselves, when they exhibit feminine attributes, the programming is for them to feel shame, so they don't do it. Then the people around them have to uphold the system, so they have to shame them as well. They have to criticize them. They have to laugh at them. So what the men do, right, is they want to express themselves because they have feminine energy. It's in there. They want to express themselves. So what they do is, one, they over-clarify when they do something feminine, usually something gay. They have to over clarify that they're still straight, they're still a real man, they're still masculine. Hey, yo, no homo. That's one. Two, when they do something feminine, they play it as a joke. So that's why we have this whole getting zesty, sturdy, zesty thing. It's a joke. People are laughing at it. When men dress up as women, drag, it's a joke, right? Because straight men like to do drag. I'm looking at Tyler Perry. Well, I don't know if he's straight, but I'm looking at Martin Lawrence. I'm looking at Eddie Murphy. All them niggas, the Wayans, all y'all like to do drag. Y'all like to dress up as women, but it's played as a joke because there's no space for men to express their femininity and it be taken seriously. And you also not call their masculinity into question as well. They have to over-clarify that they're still a man, or they have to play it off as a joke because nobody takes male femininity seriously. And you wonder why these niggas, they are so closed off and they're so withdrawn because there is no space for them to express themselves. And the things that we deem feminine, like expressing yourself and talking about your feelings and being emotional and caring, men are shamed for doing all those things. So it's really interesting to see the discourse about men being feminine and DL men and all of this every other day on the internet when we keep missing the point.
Chapter 2. Men attracted to trans women. Now, this is where things get even more controversial because there are a lot of men who are attracted to trans women, but the moment they admit that publicly, people start trying to relabel their sexuality. And suddenly people say, oh, so that doesn't mean that you're straight. But here's the thing. If a man is attracted to someone who presents feminine, who looks feminine, who lives their lives as a woman, is his attraction really that different from any other man who's attracted to femininity? This is where the conversation starts to get really uncomfortable for people, because society wants everything to fit in a perfect definition, but human attraction doesn't always follow those rules.
So let's get ready with me and let's talk about love versus lust. It's very easy to mistake lust for love. There's a couple of very distinct differences between lust and love, and I think it's really important to think very carefully about how a man is interacting with you, because it says a lot about how he values you. Also, guys, I'm trying new lashes, and one, I can't tell if I put them on right, and two, I can't tell if they look genuinely insane or if they look cute. A man who truly respects you is not going to be constantly commenting on your body, especially as he's just getting to know you. We're societally conditioned as women to view a man's compliments of our body as something to be, valued and an achievement even. That's just not true, girl. If that man is complimenting on your body constantly from the first second that he's getting to know you, know that he's in it because he just sees you as an object for his, sexual desires and sexual fantasies. And that's a serious problem, and you should be avoiding that. The difference between love and lust comes with respect. That is the major difference between the two. When someone loves you, they also love your body, they also think you're hot, etc., but they also respect you as a person. When someone is just lusting after you, they do not respect you as a human being. They believe that you are an object of their desires, and that's really all they see you as, and that will never change. And that's why I said that there's a correlation between a man not really liking you and him always wanting to hit it from the back. I'm just saying, because he really only sees you as an object. He really does. Nothing about a man calling you thick should really be that flattering, to be honest with you. But again, we're societally conditioned to believe that these kinds of compliments coming from men are like, high praise. If he cannot give you a genuine compliment aside from the fact that your ass is fat, then again, he does not really like you. And that's why I firmly believe that if a man is constantly complimenting your body from jump, then it feels like he's not really trying to get to know you. He's just trying to get in your pants. And he thinks that by complimenting your body, you will let him get in your pants, because we are societally conditioned to believe that that is like high praise. We're societally conditioned to believe that that equals love and affection. It does not. That man does not like you, his dick likes you. Very often men think with the head that's down there and not the head that's up here. And you all really need to realize that, okay? You guys really need to realize that, because again, if a man truly values you, he's not gonna be constantly commenting on your body. He's going to put in effort, and he's going to care about your thoughts, opinions, and ideas, and care about what you have to say. Half the time, women come up onto the internet talking about how their man did this, their man did that, and he didn't listen to them, and he bought them a gift that they didn't like, and he bought her a butter dish. You wanna know why? It's because he doesn't think about her. He doesn't care about her. He just cares about what's happening when he's doing it from the back, okay? And I hate to put it that way, because you guys, I feel like I have to be harsh with my language, but truly, he does not care about you. That's why. He doesn't care about you at all. He doesn't care about your thoughts, opinions, and ideas. He doesn't care about what your favorite color is. Have you all ever seen that interview with Kylie Jenner and whatever, Travis Scott? Is that the guy that she's dating? Or she was dating, now she's dating Timothy Chalamet. But have you ever seen that interview? And he doesn't know anything about her. He doesn't know jack fucking shit. Or those interviews with Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist, he doesn't know anything about her. All he cares about is the fact that she's convenient and that she'll let him do whatever the fuck he wants, and that she will let him fuck her. That's it. That's it. He does not care about her. He doesn't love her. He doesn't love her. And even talk about your favorite color. If he doesn't know what your hobbies are, if he's not interested in your hobbies, etc., then that man is just lusting after you. He does not love you, and he loves that what he does love is that you're convenient for him. You are convenient. You are making yourself convenient because you keep accepting his poor, dissatisfactory behavior. And so he's like, okay, I can keep her around because I know I can always hit it. I know I can always hit it because she's gonna let me. Yep. We can't tolerate that behavior in 2026, y'all. We cannot tolerate that behavior in 2026. Does that man know anything about you? Does he actually know anything about you? Does he actually care about you, or does he just care about hitting it from the back? For real, ask yourself these real questions. Y'all need to learn how to be more discerning with the men that you're dating. A lot of women do not realize that men are simply with them because of their bodies. Simply with them because of convenience. And I will constantly be repeating this idea of the fact that if you make yourself convenient for a man, then that is the worst possible thing that you could ever do. Because a lot of men, what they want is a woman to be convenient for them. And women are hardwired through societal conditioning to become convenient for men. That's why we let them get away with too much shit. We tolerate behavior that we should not tolerate. Because of that, we are convenient for them. So they keep us around because we're convenient. Not because they love us. Oh, he always comes back to me. Girls, because you let him, because you're convenient to him. Where else is he gonna find a girl that's gonna let him mistreat her like that and he can still keep coming back and hitting it from the back? Exactly. Stand the fuck up. For real, stand the fuck up. In order to differentiate love and lust, you really need to understand whether or not a man respects you, as I was saying. And most men do not respect women, period. So chances are that man does not love you. He just is lusting after you. And the reality is that You need to build a foundation of respect. We respect men far too much for doing absolutely fucking nothing, basically the bare minimum, most of the time not even the bare minimum, and respect their overinflated egos for no good fucking reason. Yet men do not respect women. I put on way too much blush somehow by accident. I didn't even mean to. I wish I was going out today. I'm not gonna lie, I really like how this makeup is turning out. But if a man shows no interest and like kind of downplays your hobbies, downplays your achievements, doesn't ask you how your day was, is just not interested in you as a person, then you can guarantee that that nigga does not respect you. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, I did just write an article about this, and the link is in my bio.
I'm bisexual and I've heard a lot of stupid shit from both sides. Mostly straight people, but yeah, a few gays too. Some of y'all still don't get it. So let's just list the bullshit that I've heard, so maybe we can just leave it in 2003. They're just confused, or it's just a phase. They're both ways of saying that you don't believe it's real. It's a full orientation, not a temporary glitch in someone's gaydar. And let me address this one specifically. They're not really queer. Because they've dated the wrong gender recently? Or didn't grow up with your trauma? Bi people in monogamous relationships can't date multiple people at once. And that doesn't make them any less bi. Saying that someone's not queer just because they've had access to some straight privilege isn't helping anyone. Queerness isn't measured by how hard you've had it. It's about who you are. The next one is they're more likely to cheat. Or you can't trust a bi person in a relationship. Look, I don't know what the stats say, and I'm not here to defend every bi person on earth. But loyalty isn't about who you are capable of loving. Loyalty is about how you treat the person that you choose. A bit similar is the stereotype that they'll always be missing something in a monogamous relationship. Every human being gives something up when they commit. And for bi people, in some ways, they give up more options that appeal to them. But that doesn't mean that we'll actively miss it and need to leave the relationship. Straight people leave relationships every day, and hardly anyone questions the validity of heterosexuality. And yeah, I'm not gay. I haven't lived this struggle and I won't pretend I have. But I would never discriminate against someone gay. And I just wish that those gays who do discriminate against us just wouldn't either. We're all in this community, and there's more than enough hate outside of it. Let's not turn on each other too.
I'm a heterosexual, as in attracted to the opposite sex. Trans women are the same sex as me. If you're attracted to trans people, you are homosexual by definition. See, this logic is like cute when you're obsessed with labels and everything, but it kind of falls apart because by this logic, you're telling me that a man who dates a trans man is like straight somehow. And it's like, if your logic extends that far, like I guess I can't argue with you, but I can't say like, no, like that's just wrong. If you met a trans man, they are literally one of the bros, okay? So you're trying to tell me if someone's attracted to a trans man that they wouldn't also be attracted to cis men as well? Like what are we talking about here? And you, as presumably a straight man, are you really trying to tell me that you've never been attracted to a trans woman having thought that she was cisgendered? Would that make you gay? Of course not. Like your logic, it just, when you account for like the actual human element of how physical attraction works, it falls apart. Like it's not unless you believe in people being like accidentally gay, which is like not a thing. Like everything you're saying is just pretty much not a thing. Like
So here's where we at with the bi situation. What people don't understand about bisexuality, right?
Yeah.
People think that if you're bi, you can't be monogamous, and they think that if you're like if a man says he's bi, he can't be monogamous. Like he can't strictly be dealing with the women, and then like if that doesn't work out no more, then he dates a man. I personally, this is my personal. Please, y'all, don't get out here windmilling my sister. Because listen, I'm gonna step by my sister, bitch. My personal thing is, I don't think that bisexual men like trans women. I think that bisexual men like men, or they like women. It's the in between. It's the in betwixt of the combination of the two. They be like, because I've had lots of people who identify as bisexual.
Yeah.
That's like, no, I like men and I like women. You are something different. I've had this happen constantly. I think men that like women and trans women, I think that they are another different letter in the area.
In the alphabet.
I think it's another letter. I don't think it's bi. I think it's Carmen, can you help me in there? You're a trans woman. I think it's kind of queerish. Because it's not necessarily
trans amorous. Female attracted, feminine attracted.
I think it could be attracted to the feminine energy, the femininity. I think it's that, and I think it's not like because people try to make things specific.
Yes.
Like when I y'all shut the fuck up out there watching this because I know y'all down in the comments fighting. Shut the fuck up.
Are we live?
Yeah, no,
okay.
no, we ain't live. No, but I know they're gonna be in the comments. Shut the fuck up in the comments.
Chapter 3, the reality of a bisexual man. Another part of this conversation people don't like to talk about is bisexual men, because society treats bisexual men very differently from bisexual women. When a woman is bisexual or says she's bisexual, people often treat that like it's normal. But when a man says he's bisexual, suddenly people act like he's, secretly gay. And that's not necessarily true. But because of how society, reacts, and a lot of men will never admit that, so instead they stay silent, or they force themselves to, present straight, or, put on that straight label because it's safer socially. Chapter 4, masculinity and emotional expression. Another weird thing society does is police masculinity in a really strange way. For example, people say they want men to be emotionally open, but then the moment a man shows emotion, people start calling him soft or feminine or say he's acting sassy. I've heard women say things like this: a man expressing too many feelings is kind of gay. Because since when did having emotions become a sexuality? That pressure forces a lot of men to suppress who they actually are. Chapter 5, bedroom expectations. And then here's the conversation that no one really wants to have: the bedroom activities. A lot of men want to explore things very broad, but society expects men to play this one specific role, the dominant role, the aggressive role. But the reality is, intimacy is supposed to be about communication and exploration between two people. And sometimes people want to try different things. But at the same time, you have dynamics where one partner wants to receive everything without giving too much back. So now you have men feeling pressure to perform a certain way, while also being judged if they express curiosity or vulnerability. And I want to be clear about something. I'm not claiming I have all the answers. This is just something I've been thinking about. Because when you start having honest conversations with people, you realize there's a lot going under the surface that no one wants to talk about publicly. So I'm curious what you think. Do you think straight men exist exactly the way society defines them? Or do you think attraction is more complicated than that? Do you think society pressures men into certain labels? Let me know what you think, because I want this conversation to, actually be public and not private. But, it's always going to stay private, girl. People are, very insecure, and, girl, society is not ready for this conversation. But let's have this conversation down below in the comment section. I want to know your guys' thoughts. You already know. Just want to make this, video, get up into it. But I love you guys. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, hype the video up so it can get pushed in the algorithm, and like, comment, and subscribe. But I'm going to talk to you wonderful, amazing people later. Bye, love.